He won't listen to you! We need to stop him!
My name is Charlotte McBurney. I'm 17 years old and I play Amicia in A Plague Tale: Innocence. I'm part of a children's agency at the Young Actors Theatre. I didn't really know a lot about video games. I wasn't really sure what to expect. The initial audition was just a self-tape that I sent in. It said I had to record it in a French accent and an American accent. My French accent was initially based off of one of my lovely French teachers at school. Then it kind of changed from there because we didn't want it to sound like someone who was French speaking their second language. The aim was to try and make it sound more natural.
The apple tree, Father! I want to take the Knight's challenge once more.
This was my first ever professional acting role. An average day for me would be, I come into the studio. If there had been someone tall in recording before me, they'd have to lower the microphone a lot, which was always quite embarrassing. And then we'd do some voice matching to get my accent set and my voice set. And then we'd just jump right into wherever we were. I worked with Asobo for over a year, so I feel like I got to know a lot of them, especially people like Seb, the writer. He and the whole team put so much into the game and they cared so much about it, and I wanted to do my best to bring their dream, to help bring it to reality. I had so much fun doing it. I loved doing the really, really emotional stuff. One of the first scenes that I recorded was Leon's death, and I found that really hard. I love dogs, and when I found out they were killing off my lovely dog, I was very upset. I just had this dog whimpering into my ear, and then there were these noises of the ground rumbling, and it was very intense. Even though she sees a lot of really horrible things, she doesn't let them get to her after a certain point. I mean, they do still affect her, but I would kind of hear the context and I'd be like, oh my God, that's awful, and deliver this with the really kind of emotional, because I'm very emotional, in an emotional way, and they'd be like, yeah, you can't have that level of emotion because it's about to get a lot worse. So you can't get that emotional over some pigs. Amicia has to be very patient with Hugo, but then again, he's very little. I have an older sister, but I also have little cousins, and there's one that's about Hugo's age, and so I was always picturing them, really, how much I care about them, and to have to watch them experience something like that would just be awful. So I was trying to bring some of that into it. You have to be careful when you kind of draw on your own life, because you can get very swept up in the emotions and it takes a lot out of you, and then it's hard to bounce back when you're kind of going back to your daily life and there aren't hordes of rats chasing you.
It's heavy! Hugo, hurry up! Come on!
I could get my head around doing script, but then when I had to do my first lot of effort noises, it was very strange. Into the microphone 10 times. It's very weird.
Run, Hugo, run!
The death noises, that was actually one of my favourite things to do, weirdly. Says a lot about me. I think I'd actually had a really stressful day at school. They were like, great, so just stand, it was the end of a long session, they were like, stand back from the mic and you're being eaten by rats. Go. And it was just a lot of screaming, and it was really fun, and it was very good therapy, and I recommend it to anyone. I would love to do more video games. It's such a cool industry, and I just think it would be really cool to do more roles.